Hello everyone once again, this is Tony, and this time I'm going to show you how I made these nice little spell effects that I'll be using in my future videos. There's a wall of flames, a flame spell, and a Kamehameha. And the equipment for this is going to be parchment paper, as well as hot glue with this hot glue gun. And basically by putting hot glue on the parchment paper, it'll come right off afterwards. It doesn't adhere to it at all. Here I am making the wall of flame. I'm just making just lines basically, and trying to make little flames at the top by making them be sharp at the top. And here I am making the base, and I'm also going to be making two other smaller ones as well, the wall of flames, so that I can attach them all together. And as you can see here, it peels right off, as if it wasn't even made out of glue whatsoever. Doesn't stick or adhere to that parchment paper. And here I'm going to attach the base that I made, which is basically just two lines of glue. And then I'm also going to attach the side panels. That way it has something to stand up with. You can make these any size that you want if you were to do this yourself. I chose to make them this size because of my application that I'm going to be using for. Obviously, if you're using them for Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, you'd want to make them smaller. Here's the paint job, very straightforward. Yellow at the bottoms, orange in the middle. I'm just using regular cheap acrylic craft paint. Nothing special here. Larger size brush. As you can see, I've had some detail put into that glue because I was taking the hot glue gun and basically rubbing it to make all these other effects when I was crafting it. One thing you should also note is that I didn't really use any primer or base coat for this because I wanted to at least have some level of translucency available to me potentially, that maybe I could, put some lights behind this to glow it up, because again, I'm using this for my scenes in future videos, not necessarily for something for tabletop gaming use. So that's kind of why I didn't use any primer on this. I'm not sure if it would make painting this any easier, because I thought that this was fairly easy enough as it is. And then I'm adding red at the tips, so that's pretty much the gradient here. And I'll be doing the same for the fire spell, the handheld fire spell, same pattern. And here's doing the Kamehameha blast. I'm using just light blue to begin with, and just painting the whole thing over. This is actually a pearlescent. And there's a view of the same color scheme on the smaller handheld one. To make those, I also just kind of used the glue gun and a knife to make it. And here I'm putting on a light dry brushing of white with a little bit heavier at the bottom. And here I'm adding in some more darker blue on the Kamehameha since it's dried up a bit. It looks like that. And I'm actually going to just add some water to the acrylic paint that I'm using and give it kind of almost like a blue wash. And here's the end result. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously these are Lego figures from the Friends collection, but I suppose that if you scale these down enough, you could also use them for other toys or for Dungeons and Dragons type miniatures or other type of miniatures. Anyways, be sure to keep checking back with the channel, as I'm going to be posting a new series based with these figurines. Should be pretty funny. A little bit change from what I have been posting, as it won't be necessarily crafting as much. So be sure to watch for that. So like, subscribe, check out my other channels in the links, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.